Ну что ж, всем привет, мы продолжаем проходить сюжет ивента. Ну тут его нет. Ну, короче, продолжаем проходить вот это вот. Приступим проходить.
This is what I recall before I met Herda, but I can't remember some of the. Let me try to remember the conversation.
A curio that's alive but doesn't. Maybe the researchers at the departments of ecology, Hinkle, and are around here somewhere.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the departments of ecology and insight.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth on. Ugh. If I discover who's behind this. A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Is it? Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos? Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most. Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some. I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this.
Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with Arlen. They were.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy?
Calm down, Brother Arlen.
We're walking the dog.
We're
Like I said.
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding something.
Oh, really? What a coincidence. Well, that kid sure is brave, running straight to the scene on his own. No danger of... Brother Arlen, I can't...
Can you leave the talking to... Let's walk. Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help. Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable. Over there! As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go!
У меня есть кто его отпиздит.
Great.
Нет, давай в тобой почему.
Conflict is pitiless.
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Here is thunder.
Who's next?
Savor it for me.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Peppy! Are you okay?
That's me. What's up?
He wants to ask you something about Curie. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. So, which curio do you want to know? That's all you got? Well,
There's beauty in the abstract, I guess. Have you asked the Department of Ecology head? Huh. She's not wrong. But
Huh? What did I say?
huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis. Let's call it a day.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy.
A curio that's alive. How's it going? Did you find the... I see. Is that what Hinkle and... think? Now, see? My researchers are... Anxious? Me? Oh. After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under... Some researchers have been questioning the management, and things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts. But... yes. 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No, people were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets. Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the anyway, the most important thing is to... That's okay, but thank you for the offer, aren't you? Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll...
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember, the other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Hey, what brings you here, Rich?
I'm not...
It's all taken care of. Here's the account you asked for. It's
Sure.
Oh, you flatter me. Small scale. Best left under the table.
Again? How...
Here too. Did my memory piece together irrelevant? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the... What did Emily say?
I say, what a...
I'm not that wonderful.
No need to be modest. At my age, though, I confess I did hear some...
Sure.
See this material here? People are so... I'm not getting any younger. And my...
Again? How many times has it been?
Oh, another smart-looking youngster.
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. However, I've heard of such a species. Don't get me wrong. I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The Xianzhou species...
I figured you'd come to me to... I'm sorry. The situation is...
Just as I thought. I vaguely remember...
I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. I see. Could you also tell them? I'll be honest with you. It's been tough. There's only one clue. Adler observed that means that every victim's disappearance was the words they used were.
Have you asked the Department of Ecology? Huh. She's not wrong.
Huh?
she's not wrong. Ah, that's right! They're called Heliobi. I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Both, huh? Now that you mention it, let's call it a day. Wait for—
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That's most likely. I need to go over it from the start.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an... Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned some. If only there were some hints.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an Send me a signal when you see traces of it. That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have some... Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the cure. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivity?
Affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would...
Apologies. It's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, it is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid reason. If he is truly innocent, he can clear his... Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically...
If you knew Herta...
Don't interrupt. Based on your story and the assignment...
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. However...
True. You would...
Why do I feel like I'm being...
And the assignment involved Herta's collection.
Sure. But you're the one saying the curio in question.
Say what you want.
Correct observation.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles.
I remember now.
That's enough. Herta's collection. An endless trove.
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of it.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius.
Yes. Then you said you asked us.
Yes. I didn't get a direct answer, but...
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost, however.
Mr. Ratio, it's because...
I'm asking him, Lady Asta. Your testimony went out the window, however. So what's the story?
Asta isn't trying to hide anything.
What could be more important?
I agreed for Mr. Ratio to become... It's okay.
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one?
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act. Researchers' disappearances, you say?
Yes. I ran into
Adler?
A level 2 researcher.
Well, did he?
Adler seemed to have an idea at the time.
Researchers' disappearances, clearly though.
No connection? I disagree.
Clearly though. It bears no connection to Herta's...
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an don't know the location.
She did say that, but then what?
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered the space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated.
Huh. But there...
That's what's so odd about it. But this may not be direct evidence. But if the system also recorded the fire, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases...
If these two incidents were caused by the same person...
We'll see in the main control room. Let's...
Inheritor Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Okay. I see.
This is...
A declaration of war, and an announcement of what's to come.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long...
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite.
Japella Brotherhood.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of incite.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? That video will soon circulate.
The destruction of...
I'm afraid more... You need to start acting now, if you... You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we set the two of them loose?
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Not good. This is serious.
A list of the missing researchers and their...
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships.
A list of the missing researchers.
Okay.
Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into... I don't know. That...
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of...
I didn't really notice at first. Adler's difficult to get, but it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of... If his disappearance is also related to the case here...
True. The keywords that got Adler thinking were energy life. We need to investigate this.
Jerk! You're fine! Disappear! I don't ever want to see your face! Oh, it's you. It's Adler. He's been acting really weird recently. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word...
Phrase.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, I don't know exactly what he's searching for.
Your countenance. So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It's time to go back and chat with Lady...
Куда мы идем? Сюда идем. А дверь можем? Ну, прыгай.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed.
Less than promising. We're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps. First, Adler's
Adler also.
You think that Adler's
Indeed. And first, the next angle.
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their background would indicate, however. After browsing, Lady Asta The next angle, last, is you probably already know about the fire demon of Fatora. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret. During prior unrest, the flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain look. This booklet describes a...
It's the phase flame. However, she lived for a mere 29. The phase flame shifted into a different...
This booklet describes the kindling of this...
Somebody was once able to glimpse that if Ifrit is a scion of the phase...
The kindling of this unique... I fear that this... Undoubtedly, the curio heard and Adler already discovered the relationship... I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When Schurling said, I believe this word was actually, as a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno would naturally... That is the truth of the... We don't know where the victims went, and the sudden and consecutive disappearances, once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed. It need...
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Испарилась.
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of...
That flame must still be somewhere inside.
Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space. Mr. Ratio, please go with Mr. Trail.
Должен быть окей. Добавить.
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. The way is awash with flames. Be careful. Get ready to dash it. See? It's still in the space station. Like do you know what to do with cornered prey?
Что за текстуры, блять? Текстуры.
It's still resisting. The fold in the space has...
Его ёбнуть надо или что? Ну-ка. Окей.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke in...
Это нормально с текстурами, блядь? Ладно. Текстуры так текстуры. С текстурами, блядь. Дойти-то, блядь.
Seems like...
что ли? Дайте.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the fire. It is little wonder that even an ascendant. But next time, expect no.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Oh? No. The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not, shall we?
Есть автобой, так что похуй. Все, наслаждаемся боем.
Your end approaches.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Mediocre. Savor it for me.
Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Answer me. 0 points.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Knowledge, the measure of truth.
Эти проблемы.
Well timed. The fight is set.
0 points.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Answer me.
Who's next?
Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
О нет, он съебался.
Good work. You did very well. Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also... It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledge... Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them. Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal but there is one mystery that remains and that is something I must deal with. I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or...
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair.
When did you start it?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlam. But do explain, why opt...
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same...
Oh, and when?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack. Logic? A third party.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation...
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculate. One last question, Screwlam. Genius though you are...
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful, and pulling the strings from behind the curtain is a...
The ruler of planet Screwlam is indeed well versed in the... To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship.
I am only laying out my question. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it.
It is also a lesson I left. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with... A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Я ненавижу. Ага. А? А? Так, ну сюжет какой-то. Окей, так. Ну что ж, можем принять вот эту части. Сюжетку мы закончили, и теперь можем и питомцев делать. Так, подожди, я не туда иду, или туда. Туда. Ну тут можно скипать, здесь все равно разговаривать не о чем, по сути. Печь жизни, зашибись. Мусоркой стал. Зашибись, мусоркой стал. Ай, блин. В один ты. Блять. Понятно. А что тут можно? А, тут можно. Ну, я понял. Что тут? Мгм. Понятно. Прошу. Бывает. Пиздец. Так, что сюда? Так. Жутное печенье. Ай, жутное печенье, блять. Не хочу скажет Блейд. Ясно. Спиздила телефон. Кто еще есть? Кто это? Такого нету. Не, наверное. Не с... Блять, не с этим же надо. Чё у меня тут... Это у нас есть. Хотя... Блин, что... Что про... Так, а тут все. Блять. Где? А ну-ка я сначала это сделаю. Это тут еще просит, да? Разметись, да.
Savor it for me. Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy. The fight is set.
Блядь. Где? Блядь.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Conflict is pitiless. The fight is set. Here, this thunder.
Who's next?
Savor it for me.
Зашибись. Блять, разборки с пиздец, конечно. Ой, блин.
butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Your end approaches.
Conflict is pitiless.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Here is thunder.
Failed to set you.
A sharp scythe needs target.
Крафтим Герту. Кого? Понимаешь? И Кавку. Окей. нас нет розового. Печально. Не, ну тут серого нету. Розовый, дай мне. Вот, отлично. Это можно вот так вот. Кто у нас тут? Терпим. Yes. Блять. Yes. Вот это кто? Геймерш. Окей. А тут нужен серый цвет. А, это. Понял. Кавка. Я в очках. Снова она. Блять, нет, нет, текстики. Примечание. Блять. Блин. Блять. Ох, идеальная фотка. Я даже сохраню. Ой, блин. Ну все что ли? Да, все закончилось. Хорошо. Да. Блять. Пройти могу. Так, ну что ж, в принципе, ивент закончился. Увидимся в субботу. Скорее всего, в субботу я буду стримить и записывать сюжетку в Honkai. А это видео как раз я в субботу и выложу. Так что, да. Увидимся в субботу. Новые сюжетки по Honkai. Пока-пока.